Hi, and welcome to www.newwebtraffic.com. Today's topic, how to market to thousands with Odeo.com. What's the fastest way to get your site advertised to thousands of people? The answer is Odeo.com. Through this site, you can upload a podcast talking about your product or service. If the podcast seems interesting, Odeo.com members will download it onto their computers or MP3 players and listen to it at their leisure. Now, if you're new to the MP3 scene, you might be wondering what a podcast is. Well, in layman's terms, a podcast is simply an audio file. It can contain music, a voice recording, or a mixture of the two. As far as what a podcast talks about, well, the only limit is one's imagination. In fact, think of podcasting as you would radio broadcasting. The same types of programs featured on radio can also be in a podcast, with just one exception. Podcasts can be created and distributed by anyone. This is not the case with radio broadcasting, as you have to develop a name for yourself before being allowed on the air. So how do you develop a podcast? Start off by studying the podcasts on Odeo.com that are already getting a lot of hits. Pay special attention to podcasts that talk about products or services you also plan on featuring. After you've done this, you should have a basic idea of what people are looking for when they decide to download podcasts. The next step involves creating your podcast, but unless you're really good at impromptu speaking, don't reach for the microphone just yet. Instead, write out your thoughts. You can do this by hand or through a word processor. Once you have outlined detailing what you want to say, you'll need to download a voice recording program. One of the best is Audacity, which can be downloaded free of charge. Either way, use the program to record your podcast. When you're finished, you'll have to save it as an MP3 file, since this is the format that is used for podcasts. With your podcast complete, you are ready to upload it onto Odeo.com. This process is pretty self-explanatory once you've acquired membership. Just uploading alone should get you some views just because of the nature of the site. But if you want to advertise your podcast further, you can use it in your other internet marketing ventures. For example, you could provide a link to your podcast in your form signature, or you could mention it in any blogs you operate. In conclusion, if you want to take advantage of the latest internet trends, you definitely will want to look into podcasting and Odeo.com. You will have to sacrifice a little bit of time and creative energy to create your podcast, but that's about all you need. And considering the fact that once your podcast is done, it will get exposed to over 250,000 people, such a sacrifice is not really all that bad. No money is spent, and if you're good at writing presentations, even the cost of time will be minimal. To find out more information on topics like this, go to www.newwebtraffic.com. For more information on topics like this, go to www.newwebtraffic.com.